Great. Stanford's a heck of a team, and they're our Pac-12 shot of getting to the playoffs, and I sure think they can, and I sure hope they do. David Shaw does a good job. Got a very, very old team. Offensively, they got a bunch of seniors who played a lot of football, and they did an excellent job today. The difference in the game, you can look at it every way you want, but the difference in the game was them making third downs and us not. And if we could have got them out on a few first third downs there, but a little bit different football game, if we could have made a few, but a little bit different. But they're a heck of a football team. They did a good job today. So I'll take any questions.
Mike, when you look at that team, is that the standard that you say this is not their specific game or not their specific lineup? This is what we want to be?
Yeah, they're big and physical. You want to be able to control a game like they did at times, and they were able to run it on third down and throw it. Their quarterback is so efficient at what he does. Their offensive line has stayed so healthy, and so you put those two combinations together, and they're going to win a lot of football games. And that's kind of how they control the game: their quarterback and that offensive line.
Coach, if there was a turning point, even though the score had already gotten away from you a little bit, you get the ball on the 3-yard line after.
Yeah, that was a downer. That was a real downer. We get the pick, go down there. They stun us, run right across our couple of our offensive linemen's face, hit us in the backfield. So now you're backed up. Try to come. And I said, we're not kicking a field goal. We're going to try to find a way to score. And couldn't get it done. That was the most disappointing part of the game to me, because you go score there. It's 35-17. You get a little momentum. You never know, but. Definitely, that was a big downer.
Seemed like there's a common theme or issue with the red zone offense here recently.
No, we were really doing good till last week. We were scoring in the red zone pretty good and moving the ball, but they stuffed us there on that situation. They did a heck of a job on that, and that kind of series, and then them scoring on the fourth down play. Those two things were there, but we were trying to get a stop there, and we didn't.
Were you just on an onside kick, just trying to get a little life in there?
We had seen a flaw in what they did, and the kid didn't take off running like he has in all the other games. 13 would take off running, turn his back, and there was a missile opportunity there, we call it. We've done it before. We hit it against Utah our first year clean. We've tried it before. Thought he'd have a chance. Almost got over his head when he stopped, and we thought that that was our plan. We told him at halftime, go down and score. We're going to do the missile, get another score, and here we are back in the game. That was our whole plan. Our kids tried to execute it. They did a good job of stopping him, but it was good seeing us come out of the locker room and going down and scoring after the end of the first half ended so poorly. I was proud of them doing that. I really was.
Like another point, you guys trying to get something going right before the half, and Stephon throws the interception, just kind of sails it over.
Yeah, the guy was wide open across the middle, and he just made a bad throw. It sailed over. That would have been a big hit for us because he would have caught it and turned up and maybe got a field goal or even a touchdown there because we had completed a couple passes. And I wasn't going to sit back and just let the clock run out when it was 21-7, and thought we could have a chance to do it with 3 timeouts, and then it sailed over his head, and then they made a heck of a catch. Number 18 made a heck of a catch there that got him down there. That was very unfortunate for us.
Coach, can you explain how Phil Lindsay's role is kind of diminished in a way with this team? He had a bunch of carries a few weeks ago, and now he's slowly starting to see less and less. Yeah,
we were playing him more on special teams, and we felt like for this game that Patrick Carr's been playing really well. He's extremely fast. He's a 10-400 meters. He's 200 pounds. He's athletic. He's good. And Donovan Lee, as y'all have seen, has given us a lot of different options in the passing game and the running game. And then Philip's going to keep playing. He played today. He'll play more at different times. It depends on what we're planning on doing in the football game. And he helps us in tremendous ways. And we, different roles change on the team as the season goes on at different times. And we're trying to find the best thing we can. And that might be different this week.
Coach, did you feel like you guys were physically outmatched today?
I think they were a very physical football team. I think where they outmatched us some was on some of those third down plays where they barely made a couple first down. Those 2 third down throws he made, steps up in the pocket, rifles it. We're all over them. I thought we were going to pick both of them, and they barely catch them. You knock one of those down or they drop it, it gives you some more momentum. But I thought our kids played hard. I'll look at it on film. But, yeah, they are a physical football. They're the most physical football team we'll play this year, or I think we've played since I've been here by far. With all those fifth-year senior linemen, there's 4 of them. and they're really old on offense, and that helps them be very successful.
I know you like the other running backs as well, but Philip leads you in rushing, and there's been times you look like your best running back. I mean, 3 weeks ago you had career high in carries. Has there been something going on in practice that he's not performing?
No, we just decided to make that deal there. I mean, Patrick Carr looked good last week, didn't he? I mean, we've got some guys that we're trying to find different things we can do, and Philip will get his shot at different times and just keep pushing with it.
It can be difficult. It can be difficult, though, for somebody who's getting a lot of carries to be relegated more to special teams. He seems like the kind of guy with character that will be whatever's good for the team.
No, he's phenomenal. I talked to him this week about what we're doing, and he's a phenomenal kid and a good football player for us. Just the way we see it working out at this time.
Coach, it seemed like in the first quarter the defense actually did a pretty good job of getting to McCaffrey quickly in the backfield a couple of times. I know Awuzie made a lot of nice plays early on. How'd that get away from the defense? What do you think happened?
Well, the third down plays is what got away from us, because then they kind of got driving and kind of got going, and then they ended up making some plays on that, and they changed up a little bit of what they were doing, trying to get it to McCaffrey, but you have different calls made, and they have some good plays called into it, that type of thing. But to me, the third downs were kind of a backbreaker because they kept happening when you had chances. I mean, we had 3rd and 18, they scored a touchdown. That's unacceptable. We can't have that happen.
McCaffrey's been so versatile as a returner or running. Was it a surprise to see him, hurt you with his arm?
No, on the trick play.
Yeah.
I mean, he came running up, and our corner lost his eyes on the guy that he had, and he came open. So that was. I mean, you're bound to see him throw it eventually, because he runs it so much back there. I mean, that was a good play by him. They tried a flea flicker that we covered well earlier. We're trying to fake it to him, and I think he tossed it back. I believe it correct. And so we did a good job. They tried to key on him because he's a heck of a football player.
Was McCaffrey as good as advertised?
Oh yeah, he's really good. He's a good player. He's a really good player.
Mike Seffo's done a lot of good things for you, and he's getting close to the passing record, but he does have a tendency to make those bad throws like the interception and the one to Spruce down there on the goal line. Do you feel like he's still the best guy to lead this offense?
Yeah, I do. I do think he's still the best guy to lead the offense.
Coach McCartney met with us before the game, and at one point he said something about speaking to your players and you hoping that they're not going to just think, get the old guy out of here. When did he speak to your players? I
had him come speak to him Friday night, and before we went to the Stampede. He's an unbelievable man. And then the 30 for 30 coming out, our kids, wanted to honor the guys, and also I wanted to honor him, and I wanted him to come talk to our team. And he has a grandson on the team, so he's very vested in it. He did a phenomenal job. And I think any time our young men can be around a man of that high integrity and character and hear him talk to him and see his passion and his love for University of Colorado and his passion and love for football, I think it's awesome. And I had him speak once the first year, and I had him speak this year, and I thought it was very appropriate to have him come in and talk to our team with the 30 for 30 that came out. And also I thought it was I wanted to he hadn't coached in 21 years, I think. And I think anytime you're a coach and you get that opportunity to get back up in front of the teams, I think it gets your juices going. I think it gets your passion going. And I wanted him to feel that again, too. After watching that show, I know him well, but after watching that, I said, man, this would be awesome to get him and just kind of honor him. And that's he did a great job, and I was really glad we got to do it. I'm really glad he did it.
Speaking of the grandson, it looked like Derek was pretty jacked up at the start.
Yeah, Derek played a good game today. He's staying healthy. He's been having that stinger that's held him out in and out. And today he was healthy and felt good. And Derek's a really good player for us, but also a really excellent leader for us.
Is Shea Fields a little bit more banged up than he was?
Yes, yeah, he got it rolled up again in the game last week. And he just couldn't practice this week. So we're trying to see if he could go, and he really couldn't go today. So we're definitely hoping he'll be back for the USC game.
You mentioned a lot about the third down plays and how you weren't able to convert on third downs and Stanford was. Is the difference between the two teams as simple as that?
I think that's always a big difference in a game. when you look at third down conversions, because you get the third down, you keep the driving going, and then the other team gets tired, and they can kind of make plays. And some of our third downs were relatively very makeable third downs, and those are the ones you definitely got to make. The third and real longs is when it gets a little bit tougher, that was the one that really hurt us. There, 3rd and 18, I believe it was. But third downs are a big key in football. I get if you can keep it rolling and only have first, second, that's really good. But that is a big difference. I think that made a big gap for us today. I do.
Anything else, Coach?
All right, thank you.